Today's Thursday, September 8th. I want to take a look at a stock that was highlighted in Barron's. It's called Artisan Partners Asset Management, and according to the story, it's an active portfolio manager. Now, normally I don't quote on what's coming out in Barron's and other publications, but they made a case that this is a good stock, that it's undervalued, and is a good one to own. And I looked at it technically, and there is something very compelling about the money flowing into the stock. Now, in the story, they talk about how money has flowed out of its funds, and earnings have declined this year. But I want to take a look at on-balance volume here, and that is quite the opposite case for this technical indicator. So while the fundamentals may have looked pretty bad, the technicals have this very compelling case for money flowing into the stock. That's not into the company's portfolios, but into the stock itself. You can see it bottomed here at the beginning of the year in February. Kind of been on a rising trend ever since. But look at price, clearly heading down. And if you just look at this chart from a price perspective, I mean, it's still in the decline, still in the downtrend. The only argument you can make is that it has not set a lower low this year. So that's a semi-positive. But this money flow tells us that people are interested in this thing and buying it on upticks, or spending more time and money buying it on upticks rather than selling it on downticks. All right, let's look at a few other things just to be sure, because it's, again, the whole story technically is not great, but we have this one compelling indicator. Let's see if there's anything else. RSI, well, you can see a lower low at the price low and a higher low here. Kind of good, not great. But here, in the shorter term, you see a divergence where you have price setting a lower low. RSI, so far, it looks like it's setting a higher low. So a possible bullish divergence. All right, any other indicators we can look at? Well, certainly underperforming the market. That's not good. MACD, kind of like the RSI, not giving us a whole lot of bullish information. Anything in directional movement? Well, maybe an uptick in the positive component. Again, these are not very compelling all by themselves. Oops, it's not very useful. Shorter RSI looks okay. And I'm not going to go into these other indicators I keep all the way over on the right. But I just want to make the point that this is something to watch. And why would you watch it? Why not just buy it? Well, again, the trend is still down. And a line I would keep in mind here would be this. I'm going to borrow this line down here and make a semi-falling wedge pattern. So I think a move above, looks like 27.5-ish over here. That would not only break this wedge to the upside, also break the 50-day moving average to the upside, and that would be your first technical signal that this thing might be on the road to recovery. I wish I could have given you a clickable link on this video, but I'm not very savvy when it comes to these things. I will post the link in the social media, and if you see, I'm going to have right over here a link that you can stop the video and copy down. I don't know if you'll be able to cut and paste it, and that'll be the shortcut link to the actual Barron's article about it. So there you have it, just a technical heads up in on-balance volume, and I'm waiting for the actual technical signal to get into this thing.